Buddy, and welcome to a new game news roundup. This is probably going to be a short, quick one here. We've got potential news on the Nintendo Switch 2, whatever it'll be called. We really still have no idea. Nintendo they've previously said that they'll be announcing the successor to the Switch before the end of their current fiscal year, which ends in March. So sometime between now and March, the Switch 2, or whatever it'll be called, will be announced. And I think they've said it's going to be more of a step up from the Switch 2. But from the Switch 1, it's going to be similar to the Switch 1. Instead of being a huge change, a huge departure, sounds like it's going to basically the Switch. Maybe, more powerful, maybe a new feature or two added in. But I think that's the right way to go with the successor to the Switch, is basically same idea, just more powerful. I mean, obviously, at this point, because by the time the Switch 2 comes out, so you can probably see the headline there, you saw in the title, the Switch 2 is likely not going to launch until Nintendo's next fiscal year. So April 2025 at the earliest, because Nintendo's fiscal year runs from April to March. Why? I don't know. So I'm pretty sure Sony's fiscal year is the same time, April to March, and then Microsoft's is July to June. So there's always a difference between calendar year, which is, January to December. Fiscal year from every company, it's different. I mean, it could be the same as a calendar year, or it could be, April to March, or July to June, or October to September. Basically, by quarters. Usually that's how they work, generally speaking. Developers have been told not to expect the Nintendo Switch 2 to launch until Nintendo's next fiscal year, again, which starts April 2025. This is according to the head of Games Industry, Christopher Dring, in the latest episode of the Games Industry Microcast. So in the podcast, Dring said, "No developer I've spoken to expects it to be launching this financial year," referring to the Switch 2. In fact, they've been told, I would assume what he's heard from developers, them being told from Nintendo themselves, not to expect it in the current financial year, so expect it the next fiscal year. A bunch of people I spoke to hope it's out in April or May time, still early next year, not late. So the Switch 1 launched in March 2017. I think it was like March 3rd, 2017. It's looking like now that the Switch 2 won't be launching in March, which will be 8 years. Next March will be 8 years since the Switch 1 launched. We might be looking at April or May. At least that's when developers are hoping. Versus later in the year, which definitely the Switch 2 will give a nice jolt of energy into the gaming, at least the console market, which sales have been shrinking across the board. I mean, I'm not surprised that the Switch 1 sales are going down with how old it is. But Xbox Series X and S and PS5 sales are also dropping compared to previous years. Dring continued. I don't think any of us wants a late launch for Switch 2 because we all want a new Nintendo console everyone gets excited for. And we don't want that crunch of Grand Theft Auto 6 and Switch and all that kind of stuff on top of each other. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto 6 is supposedly, it might get delayed. You never know. You never know at this point. Grand Theft Auto 6 is supposed to come out next fall of 2025. So yeah, people are hoping the Switch 2. Here's the thing though. How much overlap is there between Grand Theft Auto 6 fans who were excited for Grand Theft Auto 6, but are also Nintendo gamers? Because Grand Theft Auto 6 is currently only coming to the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, so it is not coming to the PC day one. Probably maybe a year later, and obviously if it's not coming to the PS4 or Xbox One, there's no way in hell it's coming to the Switch 1. They probably, I guess they want some spread out Grand Theft Auto 6 and the Switch. We'll see. Because I know Nintendo, there have been reports that the reason the Switch has been, there were original reports maybe it's coming out, this year, which that's not going to happen. It's been pushed to next year. Mainly because Nintendo wants to ensure the Switch 2 has a strong lineup from day one. So they want to have a big launch title, probably something medium, some medium-sized games, a month later, a couple months later, a couple months after that. Say it comes out April or May, you get a big game at launch. And then you get another big game for the holiday and some medium releases in between, is my guess. One of them probably... big games, Mario Kart 9. A new 3D Mario game, because it's been since Mario Odyssey since we've seen a fully new 3D Mario game. Yes, I know there was Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury, but that wasn't a new release. I mean, the Bowser's Fury section was new, but it wasn't a completely new game. So yeah, it has been since 2017 since a new 3D Mario game, and obviously I would not expect a new 3D Zelda game, considering Tears of the Kingdom came out last year. So yeah. And if you're looking forward to the Switch 2, Nintendo president, this was earlier this year, was mentioning that they want to try to prevent as much scalping as possible to try to have as many consoles available at launch, to try to meet the demand, which, good luck. If they're able to meet the demand, the Switch 2 is pretty much guaranteed to have the biggest launch in video game console history, the most console units sold at launch. If they have enough units shipped, they will break records. We'll see. And I'm sure Grand Theft Auto 6 also will probably have the biggest video game launch in history. Beating the record, I'm pretty sure, is previously set by Grand Theft Auto 5. The only reason it might not beat Grand Theft Auto 5's record is the install base being smaller, because the Grand Theft Auto 5, if you don't know, launched at the end of the PS3 and Xbox 360 era. It launched like 2 or 3 months before the PS4 and Xbox One launched, but Grand Theft Auto 6 launching in fall 2025, the install base combined for the PS5 and Series X and S will be smaller than the PS3 and 360 were when Grand Theft Auto 5 launched. But anyways, that's a little bit off topic there, so yeah, I think we'll call this one here. If you enjoy this, be sure to hit the like button, be sure to subscribe as always, and if you have any comments about the Switch 2, what you want to see about it, what games you hope to see, are you going to buy one at launch? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you all next time for some more gaming news, gaming sales, and any interesting gaming industry information that I find, well, interesting. If you want to keep up on the latest gaming news and gaming sales figures, go to VGCharts.com. There'll be links below in the description down below. Thank you all so much for watching.